program today, we will continue on last week's conversation on how AI can revolutionize various sectors of the economy, its opportunities, what it presents for job creation, skills development, and economic empowerment. With me in the studio is Shamsudeen Aderoju, Program Coordinator, Think, Ideate, Innovate, Develop, and Execute Lab. You're welcome to Business Express.
Thank you very much, our viewers. Thank you very much, our anchor, and good morning to our viewers. It's nice to be here once again.
Nice. National Assembly is planning a law to regulate artificial intelligence. Why is it important?
Thank you very much, the moderator, for this very wonderful question. For every tools that enables our performance on the surface of the earth, especially in Nigeria, there is need for us to also put a bit of regulatory measures to it. Not to actually impede the users their rights, but to ensure that it guides our sovereignty as a country and also provide an enabling environment, even for much more effective use by the users. Research made us realize that as at this time that we are speaking, there is really no policy that guides the utilization of artificial intelligence in Nigeria. NTA has been doing, a few things around the policy on AI and the code of practice and all those things, but they are still not that particular policy that guides it. So kudos to the National Assembly under the leadership of Right Honorable Aderoju for this initiative. Now, why is the regulation important? Number one is AI itself depends on the utilization of information that is stored on a predetermined data set, which means that at the end of the day, the tool is biased. Now, to ensure that we ensure the ethical use and the morality that the country is known for, it's important for us to regulate the code of practice. That's one. Nigeria is also grappling with security issues at this current dispensation. And because of the proliferation of this particular tool, people, the naysayers, can actually use it to generate false information that can erode further insecurity in the system, and by extension disrupt the peace and prosperity of the Nigerian people. So it's important for measures to actually be put in place for the use of AI tools so that we can improve, so that we can curb the issue of fake news and hate speech, and by extension improve the security architecture, security system of our country. The other important thing why we need to regulate is even to provide an enabling environment even for the players in that particular industry. We are meant to understand that a lot of people are tapping into this particular technology, and it is bringing fierce competition, which is now becoming unhealthy. If regulations are put in place, everybody that wants to leverage on this amazing technology will have a level playing field to be able to do this, and by extension, we can improve the economic situation of the country. The most important thing which we need to really regulate is the issue of data privacy. For example, my name is Shamsudeen. AI can generate everything that happens to, do with me, and use it for something that is sinister in the society, even without even taking my own permission. And everybody understands the importance of data. The regulation or the legal framework that is going to be regulating this principle will ensure that data of individuals are private as possible. And by extension, this will curb a lot of crimes in society. So these are some of the things that I feel that it's important that they look into when regulating, when providing a legal framework to this. And before I conclude on this point, I think it's also important that the National Assembly should look at the stakeholders involved in this system in the formulation of the policy and legal framework, because laws are meant for people. And if people that uses this are not carried along in the process, everything is going to just be there at the end of the day.
Thank you.
So these are the things that I feel that the National Assembly should look at when forming this, regulation.
Nice. Now, AI offers ease of carrying out a task, but also risk of making people lazy, as pointed out by Wole Soyinka. What's your take?
Thank you very much, really. I like this particular question, and I'm really going to be bringing in a bit of examples to substantiate my position. When I was reading this particular statement by Professor Wole Soyinka this morning, he mentioned two very important things. Number one is the laziness that this technology portends, and also the degradation of our cultural heritage as the Nigerian people. So before I speak on the cultural part, let me speak on the laziness part. AI is fantastic. Okay. I can sit down here and write a whole PhD thesis by putting up a topic. But the question is, one of the very important skills that an individual needs to thrive in the society is the ability to solve problems. And problem solving is born out of curiosity. Part of the laziness component of this important technology is that it has reduced our curiosity as young people. How many people can conveniently cite literatures in their project thesis, master's, undergraduate, PhD? How many people can conveniently write a single sentence with their brains without depending on AI? How many people can bury their heads and read? This assertion of Prof was also corroborated by Senator Shehu Sani just about last month when he was discussing something about reading culture. So it's important that we know that AI is an enabler just like any other technology tools. And the most powerful tool that God has given human being is our brains. And the utilization of these brains makes us broaden our our curiosity, improves our problem solving. This can now be used by these AI tools to refine our processes. By extension, we are not rendering our brains redundantly. I said something the other time about communication and problem solving. These are the key things that makes an individual thrive in every society that they belongs to. AI is gradually taking this away from us. And it's very, very important that we are conscious of it, especially people that are coming up. I was discussing something with one of my bosses, was it last week or last 2 weeks? And he was just asking me, he said, Shams, this generation depends on AI. If all the producers of these AI tools eventually leave the surface of the earth, what are going to be the tools that the people that are depending on this particular tool going to be using in the next generation? And that question borders a lot of thoughts. So yes, it does, but it's very important that we ensure that we have a mix of the use and our innate potentials so that we can fit
Talking
in any
about
society.
Skills for the future, is our manpower development institutions, talking about the tertiary institutions, ready for green jobs, robotics, and artificial intelligence? Do you think they are ready?
Robotics, green jobs, and AI are undoubtedly the skills for the future. But are we ready? I would say we are taking baby steps. At least our institutions are infusing this into our curriculum. I have said it on this table before that my master's thesis is on renewable energy. But my eyes knew what the system in Nigeria can provide in terms of infrastructure when I was performing my practicals. So yes, we are moving forward, but I don't think we are there yet. And I'll give a very good example. AI gained prominence post-COVID. Our curriculum that we are currently using dates back to 2014. So number one, there is obsolescence in that particular curriculum that we are currently using. That is one. Two, even the people that are dispensing this knowledge need a lot of knowledge upgrade to be able to put out those things that students need. How many of us can guarantee that what we learned in school today is actually what we are practicing? So, yes, we are moving in that direction, but it's important that we revamp our curriculum and also revamp the knowledge base of our teachers in all facets of our education now institution. That is true. Okay. The last one is the infrastructure.
I was about coming to that.
Yeah.
So what infrastructures do we need to ensure that Nigeria's population acquires future skills sets?
Well, there is a lot actually, and it transcends bricks and mortars. The first infrastructure is our natural infrastructure, and that is our mindset. How ready are we to absorb this change? The leaders in the educational system, the people that are teaching, the people that are learning. If we are ready to move in accordance with the tides of the world, we have taken the first step. The next one is the access to quality education. We need to understand that the larger the number of class, the lesser the effectiveness of learning. So enough of mass admission into the universities. Other institutions of higher learning that can also perform similar function should be given opportunities. And also, every of the university or any student should ensure that their work is hands-on. The other thing is the promotion of TVET, tertiary and vocational education training, in accordance, and also STEM education. These are some of the very important educational system that is tailored towards these future skills that we are talking about, and also ensure that we keep our facilities to ensure that we tone down a bit on theory and increase practical applicability of every courses. And I'm going to say this, that just like what I said, that AI is just an enabler. Some of these courses that we do can be refined and, tailored towards the use of the future by infusing some of these important future skills in it. That is on one part. On another part is the importance of professional skills. Enough of technical skills promotion. It is an issue for you to have the technical know-how. It's another important thing for you to have the problem-solving, communication, leadership, and all those things. Those are some of the things that I feel that it should be infused into our system, so that by the time we are graduating as people, we'll be able to fit into our society and we'll be able to, plug ourselves into opportunities of these emerging jobs. Thank you very much.
Mr. Shamsudeen Aderoju, it was a pleasure having you on the program again today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's also my pleasure sharing a bit of what I know. Thank you.
You're welcome.